Welcome to the Mateo Familia vlog vacation style. In today's video, you are going to see us go on vacation on a little getaway to Great Wolf Lodge and also the New England Aquarium. So come along with us. This is my graduation for 5th grade. I'm gonna have Aiden wear it for his graduation. If he wears it. Aiden, congratulations!
Congratulations, buddy.
Say congratulations to your brother!
She's like, I'm eating a pouch. Please hold.
Congratulations for graduating! Wolf Lodge. Room tour. Room tour. Bathroom. Ooh, the bathroom's nice. Yeah, baby. Yeah, go ahead. I don't know what the fridge is. Oh, okay. Bed. The view. Beautiful. Yeah, we're on 5th floor. Let's close this. Great Wolf Lodge, having the best of our lives. My son and my husband went in there to do a slide. Been in the pool, we're taking turns with the kids. So much fun. My ears still clogged, but we'll talk about that in the next vlog. Hey guys, jump scare. Sorry, I look crazy. We need to talk. We need to have a little update right now in this vlog because so much things happen. We're home. It's weird, I know. So let's run it back. So real quick update on me. As you all know, I had the flu. Well, if you guys follow me on any social media, you would know I had the flu. Like the second week, like literally after Mother's Day, I ended up getting the flu. I was in the hospital. It was just a whole thing. I don't want to really get into it because it's like it was a really depressing moment for me in my life. But I had the flu. It was really bad. Then I ended up like was good for 2 days. I was better for 2 days after everything, and then I ended up getting a cold, which then came about to be an ear infection. And then my daughter, in between my cold, I took her to the doctors and she ended up having conjunctivitis in her eyes, which is very contagious. It's kind of like pink eye, but it's a little worse. So then she ended up giving it to me, so then I ended up getting pink eye. So I had an ear infection, pink eye, and the cold all over again. So then I was on antibiotics. That helped me or whatever. But then with the ear infection, I ended up having a side effect, which is my ear feels clogged. I can't barely hear from it. It's very muffled. Like, I hear myself muffled. It's so annoying. Like, I've been having it for almost 2 weeks now. So I went to the doctor's last Monday and they cleaned it because they thought that was going to help it and make it pop. It did not work. Then she told me that my ear's fine, like my eardrum is fine. She was like, just get these ear drops called, I forgot what they're called already. They're like the yellow box. She was like, get those, and that would, because you have a wax. You have a little bit of wax in there that's stuck. So she was like, you get that, you use it for 4 days, and then the wax should come back out. I've used it for 5 days, nothing. So I called yesterday in the morning, and they told me that I had to make an appointment to get a referral for an ENT, which is so annoying. That's one thing I hate about having, like, free insurance, I guess, like state insurance, is that you have to have a referral for everything. It's frustrating, and they take forever. So I've been with my popped ear for a while. I tried everything. I've tried home remedies, I've tried like literally home remedies. I tried every drop in the world, like I swear. We even like bought the suction to do it myself, and it did not work. So I personally think that there's fluid in my eardrum. That's like the last thing that I was like reading upon. So I feel like they have to just vacuum it out or make an incision in my eardrum to kick it out. I don't know. We'll see what happens when I go to the ENT. I'll keep you updated on that. So we ended up going to Great Wolf Lodge and the aquarium, as you guys saw on Wednesday. The aquarium was trash. Like, I do not recommend going to the New England Aquarium. It's so expensive, overpriced, and nothing's barely open there. It was overly packed. And I went on a weekday, so I can imagine on a weekend. And it was just like there was no order. Like I go to like another aquarium near me, like a little bit more near me, and it has like little arrows. It tells you where to go first. You know, like it has like direction, so like nobody's like on top of each other. This one had no direction, like no arrows, no nothing. It was like amazing there. A lot of the things, like a lot of animals weren't even in the tank. Then we were waiting for like almost 30-40 minutes for the sea lion show, and nothing. There was mad people with us waiting. They said they was going to start in 15 minutes. Never did. We tried to find somebody to help. They couldn't help. They didn't even know what they were doing. It was a whole mess. It was not worth it. Plus, in the website, it does not say about paying for parking. And you have to pay for parking, which is like almost $45. Just for like, I was only there for like 45 minutes. It's ridiculous. So that was that. And then, so that was a fail. But then we ended up going to lunch, as you also saw. So we did that, and then we went to Great Wolf Lodge for half the day, in Massachusetts, and it was amazing experience. Everyone was nice. They even gave us free things, and all this stuff. So we loved this so much. The kids had so much fun that we have one near us. Well, it's more near than Massachusetts. Massachusetts was 3 hours, almost 3 hours away. This one is like an hour and 20. So I was like, okay, tomorrow we do groceries, we pay some bills. If we have money left over, we might as well just go and stay the night. So we did all that in the morning, and we had extra money. And then I didn't know, but the one in Massachusetts, they ended up giving us like a voucher. So our stay was like 40% off plus free parking. Like that's what they told us. Okay. So, but I guess like every Great Wolf Lodge is different. From what I experienced, I definitely can attest to that. My son went to school today. I sent him to school because I want him to turn in his homework that he's been done since Monday. I don't know why I shouldn't take it on Monday. And I also wanted him to just have a good day today because I felt bad for not staying at the Great Wolf Lodge yesterday. Like he had a great time during the day. He did have a blast, but we had encountered a lot of racism and a lot of bad things. So basically, we go to this Great Wolf Lodge. It's a new one. They just opened it. I think this is the first summer. And they opened it near the casino. So we were like, it's perfect because you can go from the place into the casino. It's really nice. So I'm thinking it's great. We got it for a really low price. Usually the room that we got is like $314 a night. We got it for like super, super cheap, like literally like $130 out the door. And it included the water park. It included all these activities in the thing, whatever. So it even included free breakfast because of the Massachusetts people. They gave us the free breakfast. Okay, great. So I have to get ready. I'm like still talking. I'm definitely gonna do a full face today because I really need it. Makeup makes me happy. So anyways, so from the moment we got to the place, I already had a bad feeling. I know it sounds bad, but like I'm like, how do I say this? Like I have really, really good intuition. That's just how I feel personally. I have really like my intuition, my woman intuition, and my mother intuition has never failed me. Okay, so I feel like I have really good intuition. So once we get in, we drive in, right? We ask the guy, we're like, hey, where do we park? Because it's our first time there. Remember, mind you, we went to the one in Massachusetts the day before. So this was Thursday. Today's Friday, by the way. So we asked the guy, and he was like, there's no more parking left. You're going to have to park across the street at the Foxwoods because there's no more parking. At least that one's free. Like, that's what he said. He didn't really, like, show us where to go, nothing. So we were just following places, whatever. We had to park. It was across the street, but there was no parking in the beginning. So we had to go around, and there's a big hill. Mind you, we have bags, we have the baby, we have my son, we have his stuff. Like, we had stuff because we were gonna stay the night, and we were gonna stay the whole day that day, and also the next day, because our stay included, 4 to 8, because we got there at 4. So 4 to 8, and then we obviously stay over. Then we get free breakfast, and then we got to we check out from the hotel at 11, but we got to stay at the water park for the rest of the day. Like, you know what I mean? It was included. So that's what it says. So, oh my gosh, it was so much. Okay. Also, it didn't say in the website about no hold on your card, nothing. Like, when I did the purchase online through the app, it didn't say nothing about holding my card money, because if not, I would have left it in the card. It didn't say nothing. I like to carry cash when I go to bigger, other cities or towns or states, because my card, I have, overdraft protection, and I also have fraud protection. So whenever I use my card in unknown places, it will get flagged, and it will get declined, one, even if there's money in there, and it will close my account. So I always like to use cash most of the time when I'm out of town or in the city or whatever, because my card will get flagged and it will get turned off. So I'm just giving you guys all this for reference. So So then whatever, we're like, it's fine, I was kind of annoyed. My husband is he's my calmer, he's my calm, I'm the storm. That's what we always say. But he's like, it's okay, it's not a big deal, it's fine, we're here, the kids are gonna have fun, it is what it is. We got free parking. He's trying to look at the bright side of things. So then I'm like, okay, that's fine. So then I'm like, it's fine, I get my steps in, it's whatever. So, and I was in my head, I'm like, we're gonna stay there the whole time. My cats are going crazy. I was in my head, we're not gonna leave. We're gonna eat there, we're gonna stay there, we don't have to leave anywhere. So it's not like we have to walk again. You know what I mean? That was my thought. So I let it go. So then we go to check in. It's 3:30, by the way. So we go to check in. So at least we can leave our bags with the people. They can bring it to our room, and we can just go enjoy the water park. That was our plan, because we got there early. But usually when you get there early, they let you, check in a little early, which is fine. So then we get in, and, he's giving us our stuff. He's telling us, where everything's at, blah, 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 blah. The guy was really nice at first. So then he was really nice. I'm telling you guys this because I don't want you guys to come visit Connecticut and go here. I'm not that person to talk bad about a business, but this was uncalled for. I felt so attacked, so embarrassed. I've never had this customer service in my life. Mind you, I've been in customer service most of my life. I've been working in retail since I was 15 years old. I haven't worked in a long time, but in actual retail, I've been customer service online, but I haven't worked in customer service in retail in a long time. However, my husband has, and we know what it is. You know what I mean? We see both sides as a retailer and a customer. So it's just you don't treat people that way. No matter what, no matter if you're having a bad day, no matter how you are functioning, you do not treat people like that. You should treat others the way you want to be treated. It's common sense, common courtesy, and if you don't like your job, then give it to somebody else that likes it. That's just my own opinion. And again, we are entitled to our opinion, which is fine, but that's just my opinion. Moving on. Anyways, so we get to the check-in. Like I said, the guy was really nice, whatever. Then he was like, oh, there's a hold. I'm thinking it's $1 because that's what the hold was in Massachusetts. It was only $1. It got reversed, whatever. No, it was $100, which is fine. I had money with me. It's not I didn't have money, but I didn't have no money in my cards because, again, it wasn't told to me when I made the reservation. It wasn't told on the website, on the app, nothing. Unless you Google it yourself, that's when they tell you. Mind you, it's my first time there. So then the guy and the lady, they had registers super close. I don't know if you ever been to Great Lodge, but the registers are super close. So the lady next to him, she was looking at me and looking at my husband and looking at the kids we're poor. The way she was looking at me, I've never gotten a look like that. I felt so embarrassed. Then my husband was it's okay, I'll go get a bank. And he was yeah, there's no bank around here. The guy was and he was there is a ATM. It's not a regular ATM. It's an ATM that you put money in and it gives you a a card, like a Visa card that you can use, and we can use that, and then it'll reverse to your card. That's what he said. So then my husband was like, okay, that's fine, we'll do that. So I gave him the $100 in cash, and he went, and I stayed with the kids in the front. It was a little bit further down, so he had to go real quick. So he was like, okay, I'll just go, that way I don't have to leave you guys, whatever. So then while I'm waiting for my husband, it took like 5-7 minutes. The lady's making comments and looking at me up and down, like, oh, why did they come here with no money in their card? Are they poor? Like, that's exactly what she said. And then she was like, mind you, the old Alicia, the one that was not saved, would have went Brooklyn, New York on this lady. But I'm saved. I have my kids with me. I have more to lose than this lady with the job. So I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to like talk to the kids. Like, it's okay, we're almost done, And Aiden's like, what's going on? Why is Bubby's taking forever? And I'm like telling him it's okay. We're gonna figure it out. Whatever. So they're excited to go to the water park. So that was that. So then I was like, Alicia, shut up. Alicia, shut up. Like, to myself. And the lady just keeps on going. She's like, who comes here and not prepared? Like, it's common sense. She's even going to the other employees talking crap. I was like shaking, but I was trying to keep my calm because I have my kids. I'm not that person no more. I'm just trying to keep my calm. My husband came and he was like, what happened? I'm like, nothing. Let's just figure it out. So then the guy was like, okay, whatever. So then we got our rooms. We got our room and we went. So when I got to the room, I showed you guys the room. I was excited. I was like, you know what? And my husband was like, what happened? I'm like, I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm just, it's water under the bridge. Like, let's just have fun. We're already here. It's done with, right? Whatever. Like, I wish I would have known. I would have left the money in there, but it's fine. He's like, yeah, it's okay, whatever. So then we start changing, whatever. So then we figure out what we're going to take with us to the pool. To the water park. We're not. How long we're going to stay there. Figuring out food. All the things. And then we find out that Great Wolf Lodge is cashless. Like, we cannot buy nothing unless you have a card, which I was very upset about because, again, it wasn't told to us. It wasn't told at the front desk. It wasn't told in, because, again, Massachusetts, they have ATMs. They have a bank literally down the street. Like, they're very accommodating. And they also don't take cash. Like, okay, so the one in Massachusetts didn't take cash inside, which is fine. But they took cash at the front desk. They will change cash for you there. They had an ATM, a regular ATM, where you could put cash in your card. They also had a bank down the street. This one didn't, apparently, supposedly. But then I found out that they did. But anyways, moving on. So whatever. So then I was like, it's fine, whatever. Like, we'll figure it out. We'll eat later. We already ate before we got there. Not a big deal. So whatever. So then we got changed. We went downstairs. We had a freaking blast at the water park. But then towards like the middle, people started acting so rude. So my husband went to go to the big rides, like the big slides with my son, because he really wanted to go. I was like, if you want to take him, that's fine. Like, I'm not going anywhere. So then Bella was already like kind of like cranky because it was her nap time. So I was trying to get her situated in the stroller. I was like, you know what? This is a perfect time. She'll be in the stroller. She'll chill. She'll have a snack and probably go to sleep. And I'll have my reading time. And that's what I recorded for you guys real quick with Bella, telling you guys, hey, we're at Great Wolf Lodge. I'm gonna show you guys more. Whatever. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna read my Kindle. So I was like, I was sitting where the water is, where the pool, like beach kind of pool. I don't know how to explain it. So I was sitting there, and then these two girls were in front of me, like 2 rows in front of me, and with their husbands or boyfriend, whatever, kids, whatever, which is fine. I'm very friendly. I always smile at everybody. If you guys know me in person, I'm always smiling. I'm always, no matter how, even though I could be pissed off, I could be mad, but if I'm in public and I'm like walking by you or you're near me or whatever, and you look at me or whatever, I'm gonna smile at you no matter what, because I'm not gonna be like, I'm not stink like that. I'm just a very jolly person, like I always was told. So I didn't really think nothing of it. So so I was smiling, whatever. They were like, and then all of a sudden the lifeguard, I see him running, and then he goes in the water because he thought somebody was drowning, and someone actually faked their drown, like they were playing around, and it's not funny. So then they ended up taking that guy, like they had to take him out, and they told him that he can't be there because that's just wrong. Like, you can't do that. Like, that's what up. So these guys are like playing pranks on these lifeguards, and that's not cool. So that was that. I was like, oh god, that's so ratchet. So then the girls left. These people left in front of me. I think they went to go get food or whatever. So my husband came back when they were gone, and he was like, oh, Aiden wants to go on the other ride. I'm like, okay, that's fine. As long as they let him go, that's fine. So then I was like, okay, well, Bella doesn't want to go to sleep. She won't let me read my book, so maybe she wants to go play again. So I'm going to move up, like, towards the front of the water, basically, and so I can watch, our stuff while I'm in the water with Bella. And he was like, okay, that's fine. He helped me with the life jacket, whatever, and then he left. So I'm in the water, and I had 2 seats with our stuff, plus the stroller right next to it. And then I left Aiden's life jacket because one of the slides, 2 of the slides he had to wear his life jacket, but the other one he didn't because it wouldn't fit. He wouldn't fit. So then that was that. So whatever. So that was all set. And then so then Bella was not having it in the water. She only lasted like 5 minutes. So then I came back. This girl, she moved all my stuff to the back without even asking, without even like being nice and say, hey, I want to sit here or whatever. Like she would have said that, something like that. It would have been different. But she just touched my things. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, okay. All right, the devil's testing me today. Lord, I had to pray. Like, I'm not even joking. I literally stood there and I prayed. I prayed because I couldn't. So then, after a little bit while, I sat down, whatever. I was like, I'm not even gonna go there, Alicia. Like, I'm not even going there. So I sat down and waited for my husband to come. So he comes and he's like, hey, I thought you moved to the front. I'm like, no, it's okay. I moved back to the back, whatever. And then I told him, you know what? Bella's tired and I feel yucky. So I think I'm gonna, you guys can stay if you want. I'm gonna go to the room. So maybe she could take a nap and I could take a shower. And then when you guys are ready, then we could just go out to eat or whatever. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I was already over the water. I felt yucky. I felt hot, tired. I was like, let's just, it's fine. I'll go with Bella upstairs, whatever. They're like, no, we'll go with you. And I was like, okay. But then Aiden wanted to do one more ride. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom then with Bella because I have to use the bathroom. And then I'll meet you guys in the lobby. And maybe I can go find a ATM because I was Googling it. And it did say it had an ATM in the facility somewhere. You just have to find it. I was like, okay. So then he was like, okay. So then I go to the lobby. And I'm looking for the ATM. I go to the bathroom, do that. I changed Bella. I put her in diapers because she was still in her baby, so I didn't want her like pee or poop on, anything. So I was like, let me put her diaper on her, changed her real quick, and then I went to look for it. So then I asked someone that worked around there. They were cleaning. They're like, yeah, we should have one. Whatever. You can ask the front desk. So I go to the front desk, and that's when I saw that I had a message from customer service that I had talked to online, and they told me that they were gonna refund me everything back, the $100, and they told me they're sorry about the inconvenience. Like, they know I'm a member, yada yada yada, and they also gave me like free breakfast and free activity that usually you pay for, but they were giving it to me. So then I go to the front desk and get your voucher. So I go to the front desk, and I'm like, hey, I spoke to someone in customer service online, and they told me I had a voucher here for me, and then they put notes in the account, and it was that lady that was talking crap. The other guy wasn't there, but it was that lady. She was so rude. I didn't notice at first it was her because I was like so distracted and trying to like pitch her to Bella because she was trying to get on her shoulder. But then when I had to like confront her about something, so basically she was like, no, there's nothing here for you. You're not gonna get away with free stuff. Like, you should have been prepared. That's exactly what she said to me. And I was like, who are you? And then when I looked straight at her, I'm like, oh, it's you. That's what I said. She was like, what do you mean? I'm like, nothing, never mind. I was like, okay, well, if you can't help me with the voucher, someone else that worked here had told me just now, like 5 seconds ago, that you guys had an ATM in here. Where is it? She was like, we don't have an ATM in here. This is a cashless facility. Blah, 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 blah. Like, she was, like, yelling at me. I was like, you know what? I walked away. So I waited for my husband and my son to come. And then we went upstairs. And I was still trying to give this place a chance. So I was like, let me just take a shower. Let me just, like, take 5 minutes for myself. Take a shower. Maybe I'll feel better. No. I just kept feeling worse. I just had a really bad feeling. Then Bella fell, and that was my last straw. Once she fell, I was like, that's it. This is not safe. Like, there's floors here. There's no rug. Usually when we stay at hotels, there's rug in the rooms. No rug. She fell. Like, I just didn't feel safe for me and my kids to stay there. Like, I just felt attacked left and right constantly from the moment we got to the parking lot, literally. It was like the worst experience I've ever experienced. And I've experienced some bad customer service, but this is just like a whole other level. And that was that. So that was my experience at the Great Wolf Lodge in Foxwoods. Do not go there. Please do not go there. Usually, and then the funny thing is, when I left, I was looking at the reviews because I was writing a bad review. Again, usually I don't do that, but I had to. So I wrote a bad review, and I was looking, and it had 3.8 stars, and it had really bad reviews. And I was like, shoot, I should have literally, because I look at reviews before I stay or go somewhere, and I didn't this time because I'm thinking they're all the same, because we had a great experience the day before. No, they're not all the same. Some people are just not meant to work at customer service, and some people are just racist. I just feel like it was a racist thing. I don't really usually like to make things racist thing. I hate when people do that, but to me, it was a racist thing. I felt attacked. I felt like I didn't belong there, and I feel like nobody should feel that way, especially in a public place where everyone should be feeling like they belong. You know what I mean? So I just personally would never give them my business again. If I ever go to the Great Wolf Lodge, I will definitely go to the one in Massachusetts until we obviously move out of state. But yeah, I'm never going there again.